winners talking.
Shout out Nick.
So Nicky's the producer.
Only when he wants to show off, like. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just playing along. I'm just playing along.
Hey, don't let me you gave him that title.
We know what's going on.
When it suits him. When it suits him. You know, usually when
man produce.
Yeah,
man
usually when there's girls, when there's girl about, women about, that's when Nick's like, it's all starts.
Man want offer drinks. After show massages and all them things. Yeah. Hospitality. Yeah, hospitality, bro.
All of that. But no, it's when it suits him still. The other day I said to Nick, send an email for me. I said, email them people for me. I rang him back 2 hours later. Said, you send an email. He goes, but I've got my son, he's running around. I said, to send an email, it takes 5 seconds, bro.
Yeah, you went into it.
Yeah. But for these days, he's ready. He's turning up today. He's focused. I said, I done it. Yeah,
I said, I
he did do it.
That's all man need to know.
He did
That's
it.
all man needs to know.
It took 2 hours, but it got done in the end.
Yeah.
The main thing is it got sent in the end still.
Yes.
Later than it was needed, but we did get a reply. It was an important email, and business continued to run how it's supposed to run.
Yes.
Everything's good. Big up the man them. Just come back from a little birthday food.
Yes.
You know, I appreciate it, bro. Shout out Daps. That's quickly organised the one dinner for me still. But you know.
Coming annually thing now.
Yeah. And many more to come by God's grace. Happy to be here. Big up all of you. Like, Doug's back. I see people put in the comment, Doug's gone. Doug, I cannot replace Doug. I'm gonna put it. This is documented now, so I've said it. So now it's on camera. I can't replace Doug. Doug is a certified part of the team. I might expand the team, but Doug can't be replaced. Doug is Doug. Big up Cream for last week, though.
Big up Cream, man.
Big up Cream.
Shout out Cream.
It's always winners talking.
Man was messaging me asking me if I got my P45 and all the days.
Yeah, but we knew that though. They played into, but we knew that though, right? But we knew that. We spoke about it before, right? I said to you, like, listen, they're gonna be thinking what they think, but
it's
not
man.
that, man. It's not.
Works have to run. Works have to run,
and you got to understand what goes on in this room is that it runs a lot deeper than just a podcast and something that you just see, and like it's not superficial. You understand? Like, we speak to each other at the podcast, outside the podcast, personal problems, personal issues. It's a brotherhood thing. It runs a lot deeper. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's what goes on over this side of the fence.
Is that what someone said?
I saw that still. I saw that. I wasn't gonna say nothing about that one.
Doug looks pretty this week.
Doug looks pretty this week. So now, big up Ice Cream for coming through, co-hosting, sitting
and
Maffy, for coming and playing their part with Chris and my guy Kane as well. Kane from Lewisham, if you don't know, check the episode.
Local.
Yeah. But we moved. We're back in again. Got one of my friends in the building today. A good guy. Now, in this pod, if you lot know me and you not know how I stay, there's people in my life that I'm very appreciative of, because I feel without them and their efforts they made with me and the support they showed to me, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. Yeah. So every now and then, because we talk in here, every now and then names will get mentioned. You heard me say Ricky Blue for helping me get onto the TV, and so on and so forth. Other names, you understand? But one of the names that I have to always big up, and you'd have heard me mention it before, is my guy Pierre. I often big up Pierre, and I'll be like, Pierre. GRM Daily as it was then. I didn't know what was going on, but Pierre would always make the effort and try and help me with my thing and be like, bro, you've got this going on. When I didn't even understand what I was doing and about this internet thing, this guy was a pioneer of this internet thing. You understand? A founder of one of the biggest platforms out of the UK that's given birth to so many artists, so many stars, and so many people. I have to big up my guy Pierre in the building. Round of applause for Pierre, man. OG Pierre, man. OG Pierre, man. What are you saying to me, bro?
Yeah. I'm good.
Talk to me, man.
You know what? Very kind words. Thank you, man.
No, it's only right, man. It's only right, P, man. It's only right. Now, anytime me and P talk, we always start and end the conversation with prayer. So, P, do you want to lead us in prayer before we get into this right now?
Sure. All good. Heavenly Father, we give today to you. We thank you for bringing us here safely, bringing us here with good vibes, relaxed atmosphere, new producers, fun and banter, all of the above. Lord, we just give today's pod to you. I pray that I don't speak. I pray that Doug doesn't speak. I pray that Pounds doesn't speak. I pray that whatever whatever the reason for this episode taking place is shown fully. Let no ego, let no bravado, let no selfish ambition get in the way. And just whatever it is you want to say, we're empty and we're here for you to lead. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Yeah, I love that.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's different over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It's
here.
right, man.
It's different
Right.
over here.
It's just right.
Yeah.
Pete, talk to me, my brother.
What's going on?
Big you up for coming through and having this conversation. It's something that we spoke on. And I know at first you said, let me think about it and let's see what goes on. But I appreciate that you made the decision to come and speak on it. I think it's important for people to know the story behind the story and your journey. You've got a great journey. It's an inspiring journey in a lot of ways. So let's get into it, bro. First of all, let's start from early. Where are you from originally, P?
Area.
Yes, area.
Barking.
Yes,
Barking.
Barking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in West, born in Paddington, but that's like a year or two. You know, like when you're young and all of that stuff.
Don't count.
And then, I think the rest was just East. Barking, Thames View, just Barking, Barking all over the gaff.
Okay. Were you always into music, Pete?
Yeah. So you know what, when I was young, I had this thing. Do you remember the box?
Yeah.
On cable.
Of course.
Yeah, come on.
Channel 17. So on the box here, there's no like, you can't choose what you're watching.
Yeah.
It's just, they're
Just
playing
rolls.
everything. They're playing the dance music, the
Unless
rock,
you order it.
all of that stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then no one's ordering it. So you're just there watching. I remember like it was back when it was all right to say his name, Puff Daddy. And I'm saying Puff in it, like Puff Daddy, Will Smith. I remember there was a year, right, where it was like, I think when Mace was coming through with Puff and he was pushing him to the front. This was just after Biggie died. And like Will Smith getting jiggy with it was on rotation all the time. And then Jay-Z's Hard Knock Life.
Yes.
And I remember I was like, the chorus was cool, but all of that stuff. So for some reason, I just had this affinity for like, whenever the hip hop stuff came on, I was like, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then what happened is, around that time, I remember my uncle came over from Ghana. So, you know, like when your uncles are coming over and then they're staying in the house and all of that stuff. This was year 6. My uncle brought over Rough Riders, Ride or Die Volume 1.
Cold.
Yes.
And he brought over The Locks, We Are the Streets.
Yeah.
So, definitely. But I'm year 6, right? So then I remember about a year or two before, when I went to Ghana, he was playing me Nas, It Was Written. So, and I was like, I didn't like it. I liked the tune with Lauryn Hill just because of the melodies, isn't it? It's super catchy. So then anyways, year after, he's brought over this stuff and then he showed me. And then cool. So when everyone was asleep, I used to go into the kitchen and then listen to it. And I loved Ride or Die Volume 1, but The Locks, I couldn't. I was like, this is all right. I like the tune with Timbaland, Ride or Die, Chick, all of that stuff. But then the first tune is fuck you, innit?
Make you fuck you.
I'm 12, listen, I'm like, there was something.
It was a bit,
you get me. So then, but from there, that's when I was like, yo, I want the real stuff. So everyone in Rough Riders, I knew everyone. Jade the Kiss, Infrared, DMX, all of that. Like, grew up on that. Same thing, went through to secondary school, and I just deeper and deep. You know, like buying the Source magazine, buying Double XL, all of that stuff. The stuff that's not on TV, it's like
you had to buy the magazine.
All of that stuff. So I've just always had a thing for our culture. I can't explain why, but I remember when I would watch the box, I'd get through the dance stuff. And then when our stuff came, I'm like, this is me. I don't know. I just love our culture. Even like to this day, I just love it. Everything.
I know. I get it. So what was you like school-wise and that?
School?
Did you know, like, were you clever in school?
Yeah, top set everything.
Come on.
Top set everything. Loved football. Loved music. I think around the time I was like 14, 15, that's when I started spitting.
At least you said that early because I was going to get onto. I was going to get to you. With that. I thought I was going to surprise you with that because I ain't forgotten.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. Oh, we never did a tune, funny.
Yeah.
So around that time, 14, 15, started spitting. Me and Posty would spit.
You and Posty went to the same school?
Nah. So what happened is in Barking, there was like Boys Brigade. So that's where me and Posty connected in it because the Boys Brigade in the area, Barking Station, that was like the youth club, the local youth club. And because my parents wanted to get me into a good school, I had no extracurricular activities. So from where I was and where that place was, it was like, that's a long journey, but it was like, cool, you need to go because we want to get you into a good secondary school. So I went there and then just connected with people in the area. And so playing football, table tennis. You know how it is in the youth clubs, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's go back to Posty spitting. What Posty had bars? I've never known. I didn't.
Yeah. He was
know
good.
Posty had bars.
I see something like a year or two ago.
Flashback thing.
Like a flashback thing.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, we were both good.
Posty moves like a rapper still. He moves like a rapper. You can tell. He moves like a rapper. He should have bars. Big up Posty still. He should have bars. 100%. Go on. I'm going to speak to him about this. Go on. Carry on.
I don't know what I started. But
go on.
in terms of school, top set for everything. Good at football. All of that stuff. Like, good kid. Yeah. That's it. Good. Just all the way through. Standard.
Yeah, good. Was grime, rap, what was...
It was everything. So,
even from then, because you know a lot of people them times there was very grime. Yeah. So, but you
being in East as well.
But the thing is, so you guys have made 2 points. So, right, them times it weren't grime. It was garage.
Yeah.
So do you know what? As you're saying that, I'm picturing like myself in Thames View, Pure Garage 1 to come out. And I remember I was in school and then everyone was singing this song, I Don't Smoke the Reef. And I was like, what's this song? And I'll never hear it. And I remember, walked past the station one day, cash point is ringing. I've looked, there's £10. So I've taken the £10 and I'm like, I've almost got enough to buy Pure Garage. So I think I had £4 in my pocket. I've gone to Woolworths, right? Gone to Woolworths, got Pure Garage 1. I'm listening. And again, that thing, it just spoke to me. I wasn't really like a genre, like, oh, this is hip hop, this is guy. I was like, oh, they're doing that thing where they're rapping over music. Yeah. They're spitting. That's just it, that for me. So I was like, and if you grew up in those times, you're just immersed in the culture. So I'm going out on my way to listen to hip hop, but you can't escape garage.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah, you can't. And then it evolves into like grime and stuff, but that's later. And for me, I never grew up listening to pirate radio station, innit?
Yeah.
Like in Barking, you couldn't really get, like, I didn't grow up in Boat. Wiley's not walking around my street. There's not Rinse FM. Yeah. Maybe you get a bit of Deja and all of that stuff, but I'm just listening to bare hip hop. And then you're just immersed in garage, innit?
Yeah. That's why you fucked with my stuff.
Yeah, come on.
Why, but we'll get to that. It makes more sense. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. All right. So, boom. At what point did you start thinking you want to be involved in the music scene or you want to do something? What was inspiration to you for that, first of all?
I can't think of a turning moment, but I think it was definitely me and Posty spitting. Like,
how close? Well, so you two were like besties at that point. That was your guy.
Yeah. Definitely one of my closest.
One of your closest.
Yeah.
Like them ones where there's a few of you, but he's one of the closest.
Yeah. It was probably like him and my friend Kamal. So I went to school with Kamal, but then me and Posty would just do bare stuff and like very, very close. So I think in doing music, you want to be a rapper, innit? So that's when you're involved.
Yeah.
From when you write your first bar, you're seeing, I don't know about everyone, but you're seeing, it's not for play, innit? It's not like,
you have them visuals in your head of where you could be.
Yeah, even if you're in the playground or whatever, you're like, this is, I would like to try this. I want this to be something. So from there, I remember we go to like studio and all of that stuff. Them times it's like,
What was the names?
The names of the studio.
No, what was the names of you? Was it Pierre and Posty, or what was the name?
What was the rap names?
Come on, lad, don't turn away from the.
No, I'm just getting
Yeah,
some
go
more,
on.
innit?
Yeah.
So his name was Postman.
Okay.
So
Still on
Post.
brand.
Yeah.
Come on, because you always delivers. Was that the?
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know, but that you can spin that any way.
Because he was working for Royal Mail at the time.
No.
Okay, I hear that still. I
You
got
want
asked,
to,
innit?
you want
Got asked, innit?
Gotta get to the root.
You know we
of
got banter
everything.
post. The post he thinks he's got banter, so we got banter.
Yeah.
Go on. Be aware of having a cool laugh. Go on.
Yeah, and I think so my name was Pierre, and I think so when I first started it was like Black Boy.
That's why you took long. That's why you took long.
Yeah, you know, I was trying. I was like, yo.
Nothing wrong with that,
because
though.
he's like, how do I
Yeah,
land
but
this?
obviously we've
Nothing wrong with
prayed,
that.
so I can't lie, innit?
I know. One thing I know, he's not gonna lie to me.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, go on.
So yeah, Black Boy, played around with that for a bit, and then I think in college I was like, or sixth form, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna work. So I was just Pierre. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though. Real name, no gimmicks.
Yeah, no name.
Yeah,
no
you know,
name.
that's it. The realist.
Obi
Yeah.
Trice thing.
Yeah.
Black
What?
Boy could get spun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what, Obi Trice, that was his real name.
Real name, no gimmicks.
Yeah,
That's
real
it.
name, yeah.
That's
Obi Trice,
what
that
he
was
said,
his
Obi
code, that was
Trice.
his
So the
slogan.
Real
Trice
name,
was
no
his
gimmicks.
surname.
Yeah. Obi Trice, yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, that was that. So do you know what? One thing that would happen, right? We'd go. There was a studio that we used to go to in Shepherd's Bush, White City. Yeah, amazing. It's called Gold Seal. It was like £20 an hour. Them times, it was 16. I wasn't working. I think Posey was working here and there and stuff. But after a while, it's like in 1 hour, you're kind of recording a song. And you can't do a mix down.
Yeah.
So you're coming back with just something.
Yeah,
Like a raw edit.
Yeah, but it's like £20 an hour. So then we just started recording stuff at mine.
Yeah.
That's like my mentality. When I look back now, my mentality is like, if I want to do something and there's a barrier or like, we want to use this podcast space.
Yeah.
It's too expensive. All right, cool. Who's got a shed? Let's make this fit.
Yeah.
What, the shed's broke? All right, cool. Let's do it outside, but we'll style it out. This is the outside pod or something like, do you know what I mean? So then that's when we started just recording at mine, and then, you know, going to places, Deal Real and all of that stuff. Yeah, just trying to make stuff happen, I think. And then after a while, it kind of, what happened? I think it kind of, did it ever fizzle out? I think, nah, you just want to try and do bigger stuff. So you make mixtapes and then you want to do a video and all of that stuff.
Was it you? Were you two solo acts or you two together was the thing?
Yeah, no, we were
Styles and
Jada.
Jada.
Yeah. It was like that. It was like
Say no
Styles
more.
and Jada, but then you can still do your own thing.
Yes,
because
yes,
he had like
yes,
a whole,
yes.
he had like a whole mixtape. Yeah, he had like Slicks on it. I remember he had
Cold,
Nasty Jack.
cold.
Yeah, he was like, he's very forward, innit? So you know, like, if you go to a rave, yeah, you've got the guy, the friend that's gonna speak to the bouncers to try and get you. That's him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was doing stuff that was amazing. But yeah, no, it was like that.
I hear it. At what point, Grime Daily, when did this come to play? When did this idea come alive?
So right, I remember we finished uni, and what happened? I was doing temping jobs, right? So contracts here and there, finance jobs here and there, all of that stuff. And then I remember my boss was just having me up. She was just having me up. And I was like, you know when you have those days where you're like, nah, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do my own thing. And then World Star Hip Hop had just come out at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, I want to make the UK's like World Star. So one of my friends, his name's Gerald, he was studying website stuff at uni at the time. I remember speaking to him and I was like, oh, can you build a website? And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I've got this idea. So I was going to see him the next day, right? And I remember I was on the train coming home. I remember I was at Plasto Station and then Posty rings me and he's like, yo, And we're speaking, and he's like, "Oh, I want to make like a UK world star." And I'm like, "Oh, that's funny," because I was gonna speak to Joe tomorrow about like the next day about doing that. So from there,
So both of you had the same concept.
Yeah.
Same, and rang each other the same day.
well, I didn't ring him. I was
Oh, he
gonna go
rang-
do it with Gerald.
Oh, you were gonna do it in another direction, then he rang you. So now you two are aligned. Okay.
Yeah. So he rang me and was like, "Da, da, da, da." And I said, you know, in that time, like, I don't know if I felt like it was a divine thing or whatever, but I was like, yo, tomorrow. I spoke to him and I think it was a Tuesday. I can still see it. Everything I was wearing, all of that stuff. It's Tuesday. I was gonna go speak to him the next day, and then he called me, and then we just ended up going to do it with someone else.
What do you think made you two think that you could make this happen?
Great question. When I look back on it, I think it's that mentality of like, you can just do anything. It's like what I was saying, when the studio is too much, it's like, but I still want to do it. How can...
The entrepreneurial spirit.
Do you know what, bro? I hate barriers, bro. And I don't hate them with like an arrogance. I'm just like, there's always a, what do you mean? Okay, we'll just do it.
Navigate through it. Come on.
That's the word. We'll navigate it. So,
Right.
That's it.
So after that conversation, what was the next step? How did it begin? So is it now Joe? Who was you gonna go and check to do it with before?
Gerald.
Yeah,
I've said his name so much now. Imagine.
Did Gerald? So now it's you and Posty. Now Gerald's not involved again.
When I look back, he wouldn't have been able to do it anyway.
I hear that.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, and he wouldn't have been able to do it. He just wouldn't have been able.
Gerald might say,
"How's Gerald?
Gerald?
Yeah.
You know the way there.
He's good.
Said it like looking back where Gerald, seeing how his life's gone.
Gerald's good.
Gerald good. Yeah, he's good. Got Gerald.
In his own lane. He's good in his own direction.
Yeah.
All right. So you on post the next day. What's the first steps? Where did you not go from there? What was the first step?
You know what? I don't remember how, but we just had to get quotes in it. We had to find people that build websites, and we found some people. And I remember it was between two people, right? One was this guy who made websites, right? And he was very competent, but the layouts were boxy. And it's like, it looks like data. So technically, this makes sense. You know how this place is nice, but you could go to another place that doesn't have this, but it's still this. It's like it functions, but the feel, the look and feel. And then Posty had this guy Matt Thorne, who was called Sketchy Media at the time, right? He was doing like, at the time, if someone had a good MySpace, it was probably Sketchy that did it.
I remember the
MySpace.
Yeah. So he did Posty's. I think he must have done Posty's layout. If not, he got in contact with him to ask, because I remember J2K had an amazing layout. Like, he's a look and feel guy. Like he's a branding kind of guy. So spoke to Sketchy, and I don't know if he could have done it. But you know when it's like, I'll figure it out kind of thing. But the look and feel, when we looked at this guy's stuff, he was definitely competent at it. And Sketchy sent us like a mock-up, and it just looked proper good. It had like gigs at the top and gets on one side, and what was? I think maybe it didn't have gigs at the top.
Early for gigs and gets.
Yeah, it might not have. Yeah, it had some, but it was. I'm thinking about it now. It just looked clean. You know when someone sends you a nice branding deck. So we went with him, and then he said, "Cool, this is how much it's gonna cost." And it was like 2.5 bags. And I remember I just started like my permanent job. So you know when you finish uni, it's like the holy grail is getting a job, innit? Like getting a nice job that is in line with your degree, all of that stuff. So after doing all these different contracts, getting small money here and there, I finally landed my first job, and I was looking forward to buying trainers. And then we got this bill for like 2.5 bags, and it's like, oh, we've got to put that on hold because we've got to pay off this thing over like some months. You know, like delayed gratification. So did that, and then I think it took like 3 months. Sketchy did it. And then I think we got to a point, where we're like, okay, the site's here. You got this shiny new toy, but you can't differentiate it. Like, as in, someone else can just build a website and do the same. What's the difference? We're putting up the same videos and there's not new content. So we're like, we have to go and film. So I remember, I think Posty hit up Jamal and
SBTV.
Yeah. Pioneer hit up Jamal and was like, would you be our cameraman? Basically. But them times, Jamal is like the leader in the space. So I don't think, that just didn't happen. Well, clearly it didn't happen.
Posty's ambitious though, because to go for the leaders in the space,
ask him to be the
that's the
cameraman.
same attitude he's got now.
To
go for the top guy. No, I'm going to go for the top guy. I get it.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And so we were like, all right, cool. Then we have to film. And this is no disrespect, innit? But we're from Barking. So, you know what I said earlier about like, if you're from Bow, you know
everyone.
Yeah, you know everyone.
You know someone who knows someone. There was no one.
Yeah.
So, and we weren't doing music stuff like that where we knew people. Like Posty had some tunes with some people, which actually helped. But the first interview we got was J2K because Sketchy did his MySpace.
Yeah.
So then gone to J2K, we've done all the different segments. We got the freestyle, did the interview, done the crep check, blah, 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 blah. And then J2K vouched for us with someone else. And then it went on. I think the next person was Lee Brasco. And then someone else, and then someone else. And then it became a thing, innit?
Yeah.
You know how it is when you start stuff.
Yeah. Or
you just get air. It's
normal.
all of that stuff.
Yeah, the game.
And then, bruv, it just snowballed. And I think one thing I remember is like, so back to Gerald, I remember we'd film this stuff, and because of the course he did, he knew how to edit. So I was like, can you come out and show me how this thing where I've gone and bought a new laptop, we've got the camera, I'm looking at the footage. I remember exporting so many different versions, the things, the wrong dimension, it's too small, it's too big, taking ages to upload. But when you want to do something, you navigate in it, like you find a way. So he came over and then he showed me in like it was literally like 5-10 minutes, like, all right, cool, this is how you cut, but because when we were doing music at mine, when we're recording and then I'm putting everything together, it's the same
similar process,
it's like the sound waves and the So I just picked it up straight away, and then that was that. We're just filming all the time, hitting people, because you have to keep it going.
You have to content.
Otherwise,
gotta keep consistent with it.
You lot was doing, now content is a thing where everyone's doing content and everyone has to push and they need content. You lot were like the originals for that, as in the culture, as in like, content based. You had to get new content daily, innit?
Yeah.
When did the name come into play? Or was it always GRM Daily from day dot?
GRM Daily.
From day?
Yeah.
Okay. Why was Grime taking off by then? Is that why? Because remember earlier you said Grime weren't really the thing by then. What made you go GRM Daily at that point? Why not Rap Daily?
I think it was.
Grime was
Grime was gone by then.
I remember when Grime Daily popped up. Grime was
No,
it was that time, innit?
Yeah. 100%. And Westwood was like a key marker of that, because all the Westwood freestyles, it was Grime. It was Grime.
Yeah.
So that was like the thing in the space. So that's why.
So you're up and down. What were your roles? Did you decide like, this is my role and this is your role? How did you like work out who your roles is? And was it at this point, is it still the two of you, just the two of you?
Yeah. So it was me and him. And then so what happened is, and I guess this is the thing with like startup companies, right? Well, a lot of startup companies. So it's me and Posty, but then we've built the site, and then the site needs to be maintained. So if there's an issue happening, you're calling up Sketchy, to the point where we were like, we have to put him on some sort of retainer. or maybe he was like, you have to put me on some sort of retainer because it's
Yeah, working. Man, I'm gonna be working. Yeah.
He's at work and then we're calling him and he's got to step out and all of that stuff. So yeah, it was me and Posty, but Matt, like this thing can't run without.
But yeah, he's on a retainer, but he's there's hands on, but you two are in charge of this platform. That's you two. It's you two's platform.
Yeah. In terms of roles, we were just all doing the same thing. So I was editing, but we were both speaking to artists, calling people. All right, cool. We'll link you there. We'll link you there. Like it was whoever spoke to the person.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
So supposed to used to go out with the camera and all of that as well.
Yeah.
Do you know why I asked? Because maybe it was areas or whatever. Because it was always you that came to me. That's why I asked.
True.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Right? Simply because maybe I spoke to you first.
And that's how it works. So whoever Posty spoke to, he would go and whoever. I got it. Because I remember the first time I bought Posty was Daily Duppy.
Okay. Yeah, because he was handling that project.
Yes, that's the first time I bought Posty. But you used to come. I remember you came down a couple of times. They used to ring me. I didn't know about internet. I was so entrenched in certain things, I didn't get it. So I was shooting a video. I remember the director, Ben Peters. He's like, middle of filming, he's gone, GRM Daily want to come down and film. Peter was saying, it's GRM Daily, man. No one ain't coming in there. It's a closed set, blood. You're mad. No one ain't that was my attitude, you know. No one ain't coming in there.
What?
Yeah, I understand. And it kind of just, and that was it. But then I think we spoke, and he kind of broke it down to me because none of my guys knew about the internet. We didn't know this is what was happening, but it was a brilliant thing when I got to understand and that they'd been posting my stuff because I didn't see none of us were going online. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Website,
really not online.
No, man was really not, bro. Really not online.
Yeah, because you remember the phones back then weren't really logged up.
True.
Remember?
There weren't no smartphones.
Online thing.
So you had to go in your yard and search on the internet.
You had to have a PC.
Yeah.
Laptop. And it was a
and
whole
we
thing.
had that, but no one was doing
Yeah,
that.
but no one was doing that because you couldn't move with your laptop and be in your car and go online because they weren't really like.
I was busy.
Unless you had the dongle.
You're forgetting when you interviewed me one time. In the studio, and I said to you, I always remember this. I said to you, P, I've just been living mad, and I know I've been living mad because I love football, and I've not watched Match of the Day for. I realized the other day that I hadn't seen Match of the Day for 8 years. Big and serious. Because I was busy. You see what I'm saying to you? Like when you're caught up,
no catch up.
Them times there's no catch up. Yeah. You might hear the result in passing, but I was busy. But so I remember that timestamp in my mind of that means me saying that to you in the conversation. Like, I hadn't watched it. I was busy, but I was outside, so we didn't know about the internet. But back to what we're saying here. So so when you came to film, and you came to film at my gym as well, and you filmed quite a few bits and pieces. Yeah, you understand. So that's interesting to know. So you two would just go separate directions. You man, what you lot are working all day. Editing, filming, getting the content in, building relationships. Yeah,
but at first it wasn't all day. It's like we were working. So, yeah.
Oh, you still had your jobs at the same time. Yeah, so see, that's what I'm saying. People have to understand the grind. So you're going work, finishing work, going filming.
Yeah. Editing till 2 a.m. That's mad. Waking up at 6, going to work, falling asleep at work, all of that. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, but you know what it is? The passion.
Of course, it's the passion. Where were you working in?
I was working at a property management company in Liverpool Street. Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah. Where was Posty working then?
He was working at he was working in law. He wasn't at a police station or anything like that, but he was like that. You know, I'm just trying to like.
What kind of law we talking about?
But he has a background in that, innit? Like
in the legal field.
Yeah. So he was like, that's what he was doing, like studying qualifications. Obviously,
like to be a lawyer and them kind of things.
Yeah.
That's what I thought when you first said it. Yeah. No, listen, I can tell. Both of you, I know both of you, and both of you, my brothers. Like I can tell you're both intelligent guys. You're both just have a passion. That's what I'm hearing from this conversation. The man then went for their passion, and with you lot saying it's working, it kind of goes with the compass of what we're saying here all the time. That it's good that while you're pursuing your dream, have a stable income coming in through to supplement the dream, and also to make sure that that desperation isn't dictating your decisions. You see what I'm saying to you? That you're in a place where, you know, at the end of the day, yes, I'm pursuing my dream, but I don't have to suddenly do something crazy to pursue it.
Yeah,
I've got this solid backing behind it. So no, I big up both of you for
shit.
that. So right, so tell me a moment where it's like, this is becoming something here. Can you remember a moment?
I think it was the Jammer and Lethal B beef. That was like, you know, not on the same scale, but just time-wise, where like, you know, like Drake and Kendrick, Drake dropped something and then Kendrick did it. It was literally like that across like 4 or 5 days. So Jammer would drop something, then Lethal would drop something. And I think, Lethal would call Posty, and then I would sometimes go when we were filming the Jammer stuff. But it was literally that. Drop it, edit it. Oh, what? Go in, and then that was happening. Like, that was a thing. So, yeah, that was that. But you know what, like, being in it, and you guys might feel this with the pod, right? Like, someone can say to you, oh, that's big, or you've done this, you've done that, but you're still you, innit?
Yeah, I feel that. 100%.
Yeah, so it's like the actual optics of what it looks like. I remember TD Jakes did this thing, right, where he had this sermon, he had this sermon, right? And at the beginning, he's sitting in the crowd. So the sermon started and there's no one on stage, and then the spotlight goes to him, right? And I think what he was trying to say, I think this is what he was trying to say, but this is what was coming to mind, is that like, you can see me, but I can't see me. I can't see all this stuff. So with the Jammer and Lethal thing, just logically, I know that loads was going on, but I didn't feel like gassed of like, oh, and then you start feeling yourself, and then you start changing, like, you know, obviously, you might do this thing that, like, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's working, and then you just do it. Like, I've never felt, I've just Pierre in it. So yeah. But that was one point where it's like, oh yeah, this is doing something.
When did you see it become like, it's becoming part of culture, a big part of culture? When that influx of content, people are coming to you now. We need to be on GRM Daily, that kind of thing. Instead of you going out, making the calls, you must have had a moment where you feeling the tide change.
You know what, bro? I might be wrong because this is so long ago, but you have to still make the calls. Like, you know what you just said, That is amazing, but it didn't feel like that was the case, you know? It's like, yo, if you don't call someone, it's not really happening like that. And I remember there was like a time, maybe a couple years, where we were kind of floating on that stuff. And the caliber of people that you get is not the same. It's not the same. It's like when you really, like when you're really calling someone, like I remember them times, like Getz was like someone who, because when GRM Daily like came up, there's people that are already stars. So Getz, Wretch, all of these, they're already doing stuff. They've already got freestyles that got hundreds of thousands of views and all of that stuff. So Getz weren't really ringing us like that, even to the point, like what you said, of like, we came to you. So in terms of even like when things were doing well, and we've got the office in Tottenham Court Road, then nothing happens unless you're really making the calls. Because like the people that you really want, they don't need to call you.
Facts. Let's go back now, because you skipped the office on Tottenham Court Road part.
Oh, okay.
You must have missed that. That's important part, because Mandem was just in where you barking, walking up and down.
Now man's Tottenham
Now
Court
you're
Road.
in Tottenham Court Road.
Because that's another thing.
Yeah, you're trying to just jump.
Yeah,
go on.
and it will probably lead on to that, is because with the website, how did it obviously monetized because obviously you moved office, but how did it monetize from the website? Because obviously everyone's on YouTube now, you understand this.
Yeah,
but how did you get that to monetize to them?
How did you get to the bread?
Yeah, kind of thing.
So
In the early stages.
Good point, right? So build it, they'll come in it.
Right.
Make a place where there's loads of content, and when you've got visibility, then people need to pay for those eyes, like you guys have seen with the pod.
Yeah,
you build it. Oh, cool. Can we pay? So the first people to really, I guess, capitalize on that was Sincere and Mark Henry, innit? They had this mixtape, Stay Flea, Get Lizzie.
Yeah,
I remember £60. It was like £60 for the week. Cool. I mean, did that for 2 weeks, I think, and then. When I look back on it, it was clearly working for them loads, because then we just extended. And then there's another thing, monkey see, monkey do, innit? So sometimes people don't know what they want until they see it.
Yeah, fact.
So now that you guys have got bottles there, it makes sense when you're talking to another, like, yo, everyone's drinking, and then you wear a brand and then you shout it out. Then another brand's like, oh, yo. So in having the banners, other people are like, oh yeah, can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? And then because the site's popping, because we're making good content, people who are emerging want to be on the site. Oh, email, Cool, then you have to pay for the visibility. So submissions were like, I think the backbone of everything. Then it was the banners. And then the key driver is content. Always making good content. But then, the more things grew, the more money comes in. Yeah. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Then you need an office.
Technical Road. Why Technical Road?
So this is what happened, right? Our first office was in Shoreditch. Like, kind of, there's a road, like, if you know Shoreditch, there's a building called Rich Mix. And it's like, in between Rich Mix and where Box Park is now, there was a company called Bigger Fish. And you know, like when things are going,
I know Bigger Fish.
Things are going, and then you're meeting loads of different people and stuff. And then we got on with the guy, Nee, at Bigger Fish. And I think, you know, you're kind of having talks about, oh, maybe take some of the company, move into the office. I've got office space, So yeah, we were there for a bit. And then
Did you give them some of the company?
Nah.
Okay. That was just talks.
Yeah. Were we close to doing that? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we just wanted the...
I always say, take all the meetings, hear what people have got to say. It doesn't mean take all meetings.
Yeah.
I hear it. Carry on, bro.
And then there was a company that we did merge with, and they were based in Tottenham Court Road. So they were a production company. So that's why we moved into their office, basically. So yeah, that was that. And that was cool.
So how's it feeling at this point? Postman and Black Boy, you're making moves now. GRM Daily's taking off. You're humbling it because we're humble people, but GRM Daily's taking off. Money's coming in now. It's starting to make money. Your dreams become a reality. You're making it become something. Now you're in an office, even from the first office. Come on, I know Posty likes to laugh. You man must have been doing the kid and play kick step in there, bro, and all laughing and all of that. Come on, let's not downplay it like man them work like it worked like you know. Like come on,
especially for those times.
How did it feel at the time,
for those times?
As you in that at that time, you two at that time, seeing it happen, seeing things beginning to happen. Put yourself in that space as that man in that moment. Them two young men in that moment.
Trap most nights and all of them things there. You know what I mean?
You say the man was outside like that as well, yeah.
It was fun, man. It was fun. I think, like, how do I explain it? You made a good point. Your dreams being realized.
Yes.
So we've come from looking at all the people that we're working with, who are stars to us, and we're working with them. They're coming to our platform, and the thing that's deep about it is that we were artists, innit? So all of these people, you can't touch them. You can't touch a Getz at that time. You can't touch a Wretch at that time, because they're the guys. But then now you've built a platform, and there was a prayer that I always used to pray when I was like 14, 15, and I used to pray it consistently. You know, like you love God, but then you're just living wayward. Like it's one of them ones. But there was this prayer I always used to pray. I was like, God, like, look, I will like just give me something in this music. Like, look, I'll use this thing properly. Like, and my basis for that prayer was Tribe Called Quest, because Jay-Z was my favorite rapper in terms of technicality, but I could relate more to Tribe Called Quest because they were just normal people, innit? So I was like, look, what they do, I'll use it for that. I will give me this thing. I will use it. I remember for like 2 years, like, used to write it down. And when I look back on it, it's like all of those people that were untouchable, we built a platform that everyone needed. So in terms of like dreams being written, it's a different, it's not like, oh, we just had it's like, yo, do you know what I mean? Like growing up watching your video on Channel U and then being able to call you is like, and not on a fanboy thing, it's like, yo, cool. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, that's Pounds. Yo, that's this one. That's this. Like, yeah. And it was fun because in that time as well, like none of us grew up rich, innit? Like I'm so fortunate that like my parents were the way they are and like good, stable upbringing. I had no issues at all, right? But I couldn't just wake up and buy a pair of trainers or ask for a pair. It's 1 or 2 pairs of trainers a year. So one is for like playing football and then one is your nice trainers, and that's normal. No one's feeling like, oh, I'm deprived or whatever. That's just normal. But then you know that I want this, I want that. And in uni, I just remember standing at Bristol. There's a particular NatWest, I'm not sure if it's still there, but standing in Bristol, looking at my overdraft, like I'm never getting to this point again. It was like minus 1,200 or something. You know, like in uni, you don't, we're giving out free money. It's an overdraft. Cool. Get it and you rinse out the thing and you can't pay it back. And I just, I don't know if it gave me trauma, but I remember I was like, this is not, in my second year, I was like, this thing is never happening again. So then now to do something, you're making money, you can get a car, you can get whatever trainers you want, you're doing whatever. It's like, you can move how you want to move. Do you know what I mean? Oh, yo, come to the office. Yeah, all of that. Girls, whatever. Like, like what you're saying, right? I haven't thought about this for ages. I know. When you saying that, it's like, yeah, it was fun, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, cool.
That's why I don't want to skip past it.
Yeah.
Because I know we're in different spaces now. And Pete's always been humble still. It's like how you've always been that demeanor. But I've been told many times, you never, and I'm very guilty of that. I've never been someone to stop and smell the roses. I'm always, what's next? And when you're a driven person, that's how it is. You don't really, you kind of brush it. But if you take a moment and just savor it and just be like, that was the feel then, because you accomplished something great. To go from that, and now you got the office and the first office, that's an accomplishment. Yeah, it was. So in that moment, you must have felt a certain kind of way. But anyway, Tottenham Court Road, you did decide to merge with one company. So you merged with a company and you're in the office. So was that a temporary merger, or was that like, right, take part of the company and we'll be in here now?
Yeah, they were in the company.
They were in the company
at
that point.
They were in the company, straight. That was it.
Yeah, in the company, a part of Grime Daily.
Yeah, they were part of Grime Daily. Yeah.
And
you've gone to the office now, Tottenham Court Road, big office. Things have checked. Things are moving up now. How did things change? Because I've seen times when that works. I've seen times when that don't work. How did that change now, having input from now a third party? Did that change anything?
Yeah and no. So the year part was at the beginning. It's like, okay, roles. So who's doing what? Kind of thing, right? So that was good, and then you have to like be accountable to people. But the whole thing, right, was that like there's this amazing platform and we need to take it to the next level. So they're a production company, and I used to look at, I'm sure this was both of us, but I used to look at what we're doing, and it's like, this stuff can work for TV. It can. Like, I wasn't watching TV at that point. I just wasn't. And I'm like, this is TV. That's what I just always used to think, this is TV, this is TV. So one of the things was, cool, let's put a slate together, and we're a production company, so we'll go and pitch your ideas. Oh, we've just done this show with Channel 4, and they had a sales guy in there. I think his name was Steve. So he was like, okay, you're charging X amount. This is the value of the platform. Let's raise the prices. So we're like, well, you know, making some money, but we need to make more. So yeah, let's try that. And I think in the first year, we learned some things from them in terms of like raising certain prices and understanding, okay, this is maybe how we should move and how we should set up. But I remember like after the first year, because we're all savvy, it's like, oh, okay, cool, we get that. Actually, that price raise that you spoke about is killing us. We're not getting submissions anymore. So that needs to go back down and da-da-da-da-da. So we learned. Yeah. But then after that, I think, yeah, it didn't really, the value wasn't really being added. But it just is what it is. Like you said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so to speak. So yeah, that was literally it. But in that time, we did the rebrand. So going from Grime Daily to GRM.
Yeah, because some people might not know that you were still around then at those points when it went from Grime Daily to GRM.
Oh, yeah.
Now, was that before? No, that's after. When you lost your page.
Oh, my days, yeah.
Let's talk about, can't not talk about that.
Bros. Oh, so the first office, right? First office, me and Posty, I remember we spent like $4,000. We're like, cool, got the office, bought new Macs, everything. Like that day, we went, spent bare money on Chinese. Like, yeah, cool, we're finally doing it. I remember I got back, pulled into my driveway, and then I'm thinking, cool, what am I gonna do tonight? And then Posty's ringing off my phone, and he's ringing, and I'm like, okay, I need to, what's going on? And then yeah, the page had gone, and then that was a blur, but it was a whole thing of like YouTube, filling out the generic YouTube forms, trying to figure out what happened, page never coming back. Around the same time, Jamal, I think it might have been within a day or two, Jamal had just got the big Google ad.
I remember that ad.
Yeah. Powerful. And it was on X Factor or something like that. Prime time Saturday.
And you man even got a page right now.
Bro.
So just for
emotional damage.
Yeah. You switched to YouTube by now.
We were on YouTube. We're still starting on YouTube.
Okay, so you didn't have to, but you had a website as well though, innit?
Yeah. So had a YouTube page that fed that, but we embedded the videos.
On the web.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you lost the GRM page.
Yeah. That was peak. I like just always trying to, you know, every few days you're filling out the form, made another page in the meantime, which was temporary. You know, you're just trying to just trying to figure out this word that keeps coming up, navigate. I love that. So I'm gonna say it a lot. Trying to navigate that situation, yeah. And then after a while, we've gone into the new office now, and we're like, you know what? We just need our own player. So then we've found this company called Bright Cove, who they do iPlayer, all of this stuff. Got our own player now. And then we didn't factor in how much it cost. Yeah. So I think we ran up a bill that was like 20 grand or something like that from like the streams on our content. Couldn't afford it. And then, just had to continue building up the YouTube page. That first GRM, that first Grime Daily page, it never came back.
What do you think, what was the reason for it getting taken down?
They never really gave one. Yeah, they never really gave one. Like, I think there was a comedian who we filmed some stuff, and I think maybe he had because you know comedians, they don't like their stuff filmed in it because they do the same jokes.
Yeah.
So, but someone we knew, don't know if you know JMC.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
JMC.
Yeah,
Pick
So-
up JMC still.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Old school. Yeah, he was really kind actually. He used his space bare times, but he was always doing stuff in it. So he had this comedy event, filmed it, gave us the footage. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is TV, so other types of it can work. But really, it's a music platform, so it's fine. So put that up, and then I think the comedian didn't realize that's what he had done. So I think he made a bit of a like claim on it.
Yeah. Flagged it in it.
But they never really gave a reason. I think the most they said was there were loads of copyright strikes on it. And what was happening at the time is American freestyles
on American music.
and it's
Oh, on the American beats.
On the beats, yeah.
you know,
And that was
everyone's doing it, so
Yeah.
it's okay. And it's like, So I don't know, but it went.
What's your, sorry to cut you.
No. Go.
What's your mindset at that time? It's gone, your page is down. Jamal's Google's gone mad. I know, I'm not saying you're watching him, but I'm just saying.
No, we're watching him, bro.
All right, there you go. You said
watching him,
it.
bruv.
You said it.
What do you
said
mean?
SB is the innovator, innit? Like, he
bruv.
started this
Yeah,
thing.
What do you
He's
mean?
moving. I remember like Prince Charles was by, like everything was going on for Jamal.
Bro.
God bless him.
Yeah.
You understand, like everything. So you're watching that, that's going on.
Yeah.
How are you, what's the mindset? How's it going between you and what are you two thinking at this point?
Like it's
on a
just
personal
war.
level?
It's just war, innit? Like, cool. We need more content. Like that's happened. We need more content. Yeah. YouTube page, like applying for the YouTube page, but we need more content.
Yeah.
So it's just cool, just doing what we know.
No sulking. You get a little time for it, but let's get to work. Both of you on the same page.
Yeah, that's
Do you
it.
think you two always quite like-minded in that sense?
Yeah. Very different personalities.
Yeah, I know.
But definitely, always on the same page. Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's make this happen.
100%.
Let's get to it. I respect it. All right. So the page comes back now. So did it?
No, page,
No.
come
Sorry.
back,
The
bruv.
new page. The
You
new
have to
page
build a
comes.
new thing.
Yeah,
The new page comes. Is that before the GRM transition, or it is? So the new page is up for how long roughly before you become GRM?
I don't even know.
A little while though.
Yeah. I think the new page, because that was Shoreditch, so it must have been a good 2 or 3 years before we did the rebrand.
Okay, so you was in Shoreditch for a couple of years before.
We're in Shoreditch, maybe it feels like a year, but we didn't do the rebrand until maybe a year or two of being in Tottenham Court Road.
What was the rebrand in aid of? Just to make it more PC, more friendly, less limited? Because now, instead of just Grime Daily, now it's opened up doors. I can't remember what the GRM is meant to stand for. There's some style out that you lot made. What was it again?
Grime Rap Media.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Straight.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Who came up with that idea?
Good question. There's a guy we knew or know called Charles Gordon.
Come on, man.
Oh, you know Charles, yeah?
come on. Estate agent.
Yeah. Multi.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just having a chat with him one time, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like maybe you should do a rebrand, and call it GRM, like Grime Rap Media." We're like, that's a good
Brilliant idea.
Yeah. So that's it. Safety in a multitude of counsellors. So yeah,
That's very important.
100%.
Let's take a moment for that. People have to understand. Sometimes you need an ear. You need someone's opinion. You need a second opinion. Sometimes I call P and ask P for a second opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes I call Doug and ask Doug for a second opinion, or vice versa. You understand? So yes, but anyway, we move on from that. So okay, Tottenham Court Road, GRM. You lot have got gold packages, silver packages. Whose idea was the gold and silver packages and bronze packages?
I don't know.
I feel like it was Posties.
It might have been the
Yeah.
I feel like that's a posty
I feel
one.
like that's a posty
no,
thing.
it might have been the company that we. I don't know.
It's very good business though.
Yeah.
It's a good business model.
Yeah.
It's a good business model.
You got to make the offer. You have to make the offer.
You have
man.
to.
Yeah.
You have to.
But then it goes down to investing in your thing, innit? Like if you want the big package that's gonna
You have to
offer you
invest
the best
100.
exposure
And the belief in
you pay
your
the big
and the
money.
belief in your
Yeah.
thing.
But in terms of business, for you, man, that's a dope move
Yeah.
because you can get a lot of people that's gonna pay the low package, get their thing up there, and you got man that's probably got a budget, record label, this, that. They're gonna pay a bigger budget.
That's what I'm
You get
saying.
it?
That's
Yeah,
why
no,
you guys
100%.
have to have the packages, bro.
Where's you getting platinum?
Who, me? No, I didn't do any packages. I didn't do
No, I
those.
mean you guys need the
No,
packages
but I mean
for
the package they were
pod,
giving
bro.
you for free.
I don't. All I know is they'll just post my videos up, but my things would go in their own way because I had like a buzz.
Mhm.
So I suppose when they posted it, people that know about it will just watch. Will just watch. I weren't really studying the numbers like that. I just knew that it would come back to my YouTube because they've embedded my YouTube video.
Yeah.
So I would see, because that's how it would go. So they would all these pages would just put my.
So you will know that from the views that.
Yeah, so
something's
my
going
view.
on.
So when I've got a video out
yeah.
and it's like them times there to get 200, 300,000 views in the video, what? That's a big deal, bro.
Yeah.
You
So
were
what-
getting 200, 300,000 views on your videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confident I'm
Well
still
done.
not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
sounded like he wanted to collect something.
Yeah,
you are
he gave back, he gave back.
some of them would do less, but the ones on the TV would always do.
Yeah, but that's sick though, you know, because I didn't know that's how it worked. That you would
Oh, you
just take
didn't? Yeah,
the
they
embedding.
Yeah,
That's sick. So as long as you got a relationship with certain artists, you're posting their content, but just embedding their video into you.
But you know what? It weren't
sick.
even about relationships.
Yeah,
There's
you can
people
just
that
take
at the
anything.
time didn't like us, but it's like, all right, cool. But you're a good artist and people
And
like
you
you.
can-
So it's like, yo, yeah,
slap it up.
Business is business.
yeah. Do you know what I
Business.
mean?
No, I was always. That's why when I talk now, I'm always very like grateful. You understand? Like even
Okay.
though I might say it lighthearted, I'm very grateful to them
Mhm.
lot. Like I'm very grateful to Posty. I'm very grateful to you lot because the platform helped expand the reach. Before I understood what was going on,
Yeah,
these lot had an understanding of something that was going on,
yeah.
and you would, come to see me and film and all of that stuff. No, I'm grateful, bro. We would reason. He would come on his own. Big camera was walking around all kind of ends with still not hearing,
Yeah.
walking with God.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to fear. You
Walking
understand?
strong.
So yeah, man. But all right. When did the transition come where it's becoming? This is a business. This is becoming like a proper big. This is big business here. At what point was that? Was there another merger? Was it the same people?
Nah, it was when we went there.
When
When
there,
we
things,
went-
that's when things.
Yeah. Because it's like weekly meetings.
What's the? How many in the team now? It's not just you and Post. It's you and Post, and how many white people?
5.
See, that was a guess, but I knew.
Or the man, you know, the man that ain't gonna work it the way you.
Straight.
Yes, straight.
It was
Straight.
5. It was 5 of them. It was
Yeah,
5
yeah,
of them.
5 of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Mm.
And it's like respecting what they knew.
Mm.
This is including Matt and his business partner Phil.
Mhm.
Respecting what they knew, but also understanding that we're still smart and intelligent too.
Yes.
So I remember the first 6 to 12 months. It's like, cool, amazing platform creatively, but we could make more. We're supposed to be making more money.
Mm.
So how do you guys think we should do this? Cool, reasoning, and then because you have to sit back you have to be humble to be like, okay, cool, you know something, cool. What are you
do,
saying?
literally.
Cool, yeah. Oh, that's not working.
Mm.
But the thing is because you know sometimes we have this thing of like, oh, you merge with someone and they take in the business. It's like, you know what? Someone putting their time in is because
right.
we all want this thing to grow, innit?
Mhm.
So weekly meetings, as well as doing the creative stuff, I was responsible for like all the finances and the accounts and all that because that's my background. So
Yes.
I have to do that and set up the finance team and
Mm.
all of that stuff. And then, yeah, that's when it became business because every week we have to report. Like not report, but
Meetings.
what the same way me and you catch up
Yeah,
every
yeah,
week,
yeah, yeah.
is that
Yeah.
like cool? So what happened?
Mhm.
Oh, we said we were going to do this. Oh yeah, how did it go? Oh, I didn't go. So yeah, that's when it became like, all right, cool. Let's try and take this thing to the moon.
Mm.
And I think I'm actually quite grateful that we had that experience, but I'd say the things that really took it anywhere were between me, Posty, and like Matt and Phil, who were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
there at the core.
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah.
Are you two still? See when it gets to that stage, who's making? Is it group decision? Is it who's got final say? How do you come to decisions?
That's a good point, you know. there weren't really there couldn't be someone who had final say.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like, what's the best thing to do?
Yes, Philip.
So,
Yes.
and we were all grown enough to know, like, okay, this is the best way to go. Because let's go and do this thing and it's going to expand the company. No, I don't think we should do it. Oh, okay, cool. Why?
Discussion.
Because I don't want to. That's not a thing. Like,
Yeah.
so, and none of us are like that. It's like, okay, cool, that makes sense. Because it's not about looking at each other, it's about what are we trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So
what's best for the business.
Yeah. So what I imagine, can't fully remember, but what I imagine is that like probably me, Matt, and Posty, more so me and Posty, and then Matt also, if it's crosses over into maybe something that he's responsible for. But yeah, we're discussing what's the best thing. Cool. And then we just go and do it.
At this point, while that's going on, things are building. Things have gone from, like you said, cameras, shed. It was the shed, right?
No.
Where was it?
There was no shed.
Where was you filming? where did the shed? Where did he say he was filming again, dog? I feel like it was a shed.
No.
It's because he said that thing about if it's outside, we'll make a thing outside. Where did he say he did it? A little room in the yard.
No.
Where?
They were started off in Shoreditch.
No, it didn't start surely. Go on then. You're talking like you know. You're laughing while I keep you. So where was they filming?
No, before Tottenham Court Road.
Before the shed. Before the
was no
Shoreditch,
shed.
where was they filming then? Where they said he started. He said he couldn't, £20 an hour was too much. Where were they filming?
So they started recording at the crib.
No. That's when...
There you go. No.
No.
So you're talking about recording music?
I'm talking, when you first started you
what?
two, just anything you were doing.
Oh,
journey.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant...
No,
we were
before that. I'm not
recording-
talking, I'm talking
no.
from there. Where was you recording the music?
Yeah, in my house.
Right, so started from the crib.
Yeah.
As just two guys doing music.
Yeah.
The journey's rolled. You managed to, now you've got companies getting involved. You're in Tottenham Court Road. How's the relationship with you and Posty? This is going to, at this point where you're just saying there, how's the relationship?
Good point. It was kind of drifting because it's like before any of that, we were friends, innit?
Yeah.
But then at that point, it's like business. And now it's commonplace to talk about like well-being and mental health and you know what, I need a break and them times, like that's my thing. Like culture trend or no culture trend, I don't do superficial. And if I do, I can't do it for long. Do you know what I mean? Like you might show out and do money and but that's not I don't stay there. I can't. It's for me. Like I can't do that. So I like talking, but we're like kind of opposites. So and I don't think there was even like a diagnosis of like, yo, what's going on? It's just like we start doing our own thing. So we start socializing a little bit separately and we're working and I'm drilling down more into like the business side and the campaigns and like, how do we make this thing work? Like we're supposed to be doing brand campaigns. We're supposed to like, how does this work? Whilst I'm doing content and then he's doing content as well. But it's like we were just drifting. And I think as I'm explaining it, business-wise, that makes sense because you shouldn't be doing the same thing, which is why he was doing the Daily Duppy. It's like, cool, that's the project that he's doing. But then I think there wasn't a conscious understanding of our friendship deteriorating. So I think it was a slow death.
You know that also as well, when you're friends with someone, when you're good friends with people and you've been friends as young men and teenagers and stuff, you're both evolving into the men that you're going to be. So there's no guarantee that like you can grow in different directions. I've experienced this myself, you understand? So you're on your own you're dealing with your own growth. He's dealing with his own growth. It doesn't guarantee that you two are still going to stay aligned because you both have to develop in your own individual ways. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just life.
I love that context.
Yeah, that's how I break it down to you. But okay, so that's starting to break down. The friendship side is breaking down. Again, you're saying you're not superficial. So you're
and I'm not saying that he's superficial, but what I'm saying is that, like,
you're saying that you was coming in with your beads and Posty was coming in a fur coat. Fur coat, shades. What we doing today? You understand?
The rosary beads.
Pierre just had the rosary beads. Yeah, Posty's putting up.
That, you know, the little
Posty's putting up the bootins on the table. The red bottoms on the table.
No, but that's the video I saw.
What,
I saw Posty in the video.
What, is this happened? I was just making it up.
And everything on,
I was just making it up.
White lubes
Right,
and
so
that.
Posty's pulling up with the lubes. You're pulling up with the beads and all of that.
it definitely weren't the beads, but I get you.
But you get the point I'm making. You get the point I'm making. But the point I'm switching. I'm making it into a caricature. But the point I'm making is, guys are becoming and like different outlooks, different
100.
ways of being, different.
100.
You know, you're becoming the man that you're supposed to be. He's becoming the man that he's supposed to be. Nobody's in the wrong here. You know, it's just how it goes. But anyway, so GRM's firing. Everything's good. Everything's going well. Things are on the up and up. At what point did you decide to walk away from the table or leave?
So, there's a book I was reading, and it was called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Really like popular book, right? And I remember reading it. I was just trying to crack this thing, bro. You know, like when you feel like you've got a gold mine, and you're like, yeah, I hear that, but where this is like, there's millions here. Where is? Let me figure out. So I was reading bare self-help books. Like, all right, cool. How do we do this? And so I was reading that book, and I remember when I was reading it, there were loads of points that reminded me of God, reminded me of church. I'm like, oh yeah, that's like faith. That's like faith. These times, I was believing in God, but living like whatever I wanted to do. You know, then when it's like, oh no, I'm a good person. So that's how I was living. So then as I'm reading a book, I'm like, oh, that's like faith. Cool. Anyway, reading. And it happened to me a few times. Then I got to the end of the book and there was a few pages that's like about the author. And I think it said he's a Christian. It said, I knew it. Got you. I'm going to the source because I'm getting the second hand of this thing that's really helping. I'm going to this guy's source. So then that really connected me back with God. Just started reading the Bible more, getting more serious about it. And what happened is the closer I got to God, the more he was telling me, like the more uncomfortable I felt. Because I was like, oh, so how does this? Oh, you don't like that? So then, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, okay, cool. So I won't do this bit. All right, cool. Then more and more and more, and it's like, oh, okay. So I won't do this bit to the point where I'm like, what can I touch here?
So what you're saying right now is the work that you're doing, you're feeling it's not fitting with your moral compass and what you feel you should be doing. Carry on.
Yeah. Thank you. Great context.
Yeah,
You're a great interviewer. And then I remember like I'd be in and then a campaign would come in and I'm thinking, how do I deal with this? And so just bare uncomfortability. And I remember my partner that I was with at the time, I remember like I called her and she was like, this is not to throw shade on her or anything, but I remember she kind of snapped at me. She was like, listen, like you just got to make a decision, innit? And I was like, okay. I just felt on my own, innit? I was like, all right, cool. I need to figure this out because cool. And that's fine. So then I remember I spoke to my mum and then she said to me, she said, you know what? You need to seek God. And I was like, what does that mean? And then she said, like, just go somewhere. And she had like an empty flat at the time. So she was like, look, I don't have a tenant in there at the moment. Just go there for half a day. I was like, okay. And And she was like, go there, read the Bible and pray.
Mm.
Cool. So that's what I did. I went for like half a day, went there, didn't know what to do. I probably prayed, asked God, okay, help me. Just open up the Bible anywhere. And I ended up reading a book called Lamentations. And the parts of Lamentations that I read was basically this: the Lord is not happy with you. And as a result of that, this is what is going to happen to you. You're going to work, other people are going to take the money. Like it had this whole list. And that full list, everything was happening. So I said, cool, I've heard, I've got you. And so at this point, I turned off my phone, innit? So I was like, cool, that's the confirmation that I need. I spent the time, spent the hours. God spoke to me specifically. This is exactly what's happening in my life. Got you. All right, cool. So I gotta leave. Fair enough. And there was at that point, there was never a thought of I'm gonna stay but do a certain thing, because I actually, to be fair, before I got there, there was a gradual process. So one of the things I remember, it must have been January 2014, right? So there was a girl who, she used to work with Poet. She was his assistant at the time, but she was just like really good. So she ended up working with us. Her name's Caroline. And I think she's doing loads of amazing stuff now. But it was January.
Like what other stuff does Caroline do?
I think she's at WME, but she made like the Next Gen project with, I think, who is that label? Excel. Like she's done bits, and I think she's probably still doing like loads of bits.
And she started with you guys.
Yeah. And what happened, right? So January 2014. So before that, my relationship with God is building. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do the positive side, right? And I had this list. Of like 4 or 5 things, right? And so me and Caroline, we had this meeting in January. I remember Starbucks at Tottenham Court Road, and we're like, cool, so what are we gonna do for the beginning of the year? I had my list. I was like, cool, what are you thinking? And then I said to her, what do you think? Everything she said was what my list was. And I said, I remember one of the things was like a football tournament. She said everything. And I said, okay, cool. And basically what God said to me in that moment, he said, yeah, you're not needed here anymore. I said, cool. So then after that, had the meeting. After that, I think it might have been in February. That's when I'm like even more conflicted, because I'm like, bro, how can you make a list of 5 things I haven't told you? And then everything that you say we're going to do, like you're thinking we do for the year, you've already cut. I said, okay, I've heard. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And then that's what led me to like, all right, so what am I going to do then? That's when it was like the final straw is like, go and seek God for yourself. Seek his face, just you and him. Let's deal with this thing. So I've had that time. God has spoken through Lamentations. Cool. I've turned my phone back on, and this was the nail in the coffin for me, right? I got this weird text from Matt, and he goes, Pierre, are you still even in this business anymore? And I was like, what are you talking? Basically, the reason why he sent me that message was because my phone was off and he was trying to call me.
Yeah.
But I think spiritually, I just discerned what the message really meant for me.
Yeah.
So, because Matt don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
My phone was off for a few hours.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. And I don't think there was an emergency going on. So the wording was very peculiar. So I was like, cool, got you. I've heard. I already heard when you were speaking to me through Lamentations, but I got the double confirmation, because it's a big decision. You know, like sometimes when you're about to make a big step, because God loves you, innit? He's a dad. He's going to give you what you need to know. Look, no, it's me. It's me. So I've told you there. I told you when you met with Caroline, and I'm telling you now, this is me. I'm with you.
Trust me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I was like, cool. And then, so made the decision. And then what happened? I think I met up with tried to meet up with Posty, but them times we're just like this.
It's got to that stage now.
Yeah, that's why I had the meeting with Caroline. Because really, if you're planning for your business for
so Caroline was like a mediator at this kind of, or go-between for the two of you.
not even that, you know. It was more so like we got to get to work, innit? So I think Posty was more so content, like creative. I was creative and business. Like,
got you.
Let's do this. So, and Caroline, for some reason, like, you know, like when you just see someone, you're like, you're good and stuff. Like, I can depend on you. You know what to, like, you can get stuff done. So I'm planning, like, I'm discussing our plans for the year with her. And really, it should be me, her, and Posty. Well, it should be me and Posty, really. And then we relay that to her. But our relationship was like this. So I was trying to pin him down, like, look, I need to speak to you about something. Because I can't tell you this over the phone. I can't text you. That's wild. So I'm like, cool, need to meet you. And it just never happened. So in this time, I think I told Matt and
are you not based in the same office? Or are you both working out of office at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them ones.
After a while,
need to be there.
Yeah, after a while, it's like, office in Tottenham could work. Bro, it costs so much to come in.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Like
talking
the novelty
about?
wore off.
Do you know what I mean? It's and you're paying for the day. It's like, nah,
But
bro.
do you feel like, sorry to cut you, but do you feel like part of the problem, like not part of the problem, but also the distance thing is partly because you see, like you said, in the early stages, like you was dealing with P. You know what I mean? Because you handled the people that you contacted. Like, so you've kind of both developed your own different kind of work, if you get what I mean. You feel like was there much that when you think back, was there stuff that you guys was actually doing together apart from just being in the business together?
You're saying team bonding exercise?
Like, not even just team bonding, but
no,
like,
but even that's a legit thing, though. Like team bonding.
you know what I mean, because you're developing, like you're going and doing what you're doing, and you're building GRM in the way that you see it, and you're going and meeting with these artists and doing that, and Posty's doing his stuff, and he's got his vision, and but it's all for one goal. But in a sense that you're both over there. So do you feel like because you're like that, and through the years, it's kind of kept you both like that, or was there work that you lot did do actually together?
That's such a great question. I've never really thought about that. I think that is a very interesting contributing factor, potentially. And so one of my business partners now, Quason Matthews, amazing director, cinematographer, all of that stuff. And he was filming with us like when we first started as well, right? I catch up with him every morning. Every morning without fail, even if there's nothing to talk about. 9:15, me and Quason lock in. And what's beautiful about that is there's something that I learned in like there was a course that I did, right? Simple statement. Communication is the lifeblood 100%. Of any relationship.
100%.
So me and Posty weren't doing that.
Yes.
And I think even in not doing that, we didn't have the maturity because we were young and because of the culture around us to even just chat and like air any grievance. And to be fair, it wouldn't be grievances. It would just be like, yo, you know what? Yeah. Nah, we're working hard, innit? Let's go to I don't know, like a retreat or something like that. Like now, I'm so sensitive to that. Yeah. Like, nah, we're just working. Because me and Quason were actually friends as well, innit? So.
But you're in a more mature space now than them.
Exactly.
That's why I say growth. Like, there's stages in life for men, you know?
Yeah.
So you're going through stages. At that stage in life, you've had a transition from guys from barking, just doing their thing. Now you're businessmen, different people around you, ego stroking, flipping family issues, your girlfriend influence, all that goes on, you know. So you're navigating all of that, and you're the first to do it, bro. This is something I always say, like, no one did it before you, lot, to give a blueprint of this is how it should go. No one, you've attained a level of success. So 9 out of 10 times you hear the same story of the guys separating or the guys drifting. You understand? So I wouldn't say it's anything anyone's done wrong. It's just that you might not have the wherewithal or the understanding at that time that you have now.
Yeah.
That if you could turn back the clock, you'd be like, all right, let's start locking in. Let's start having a call. Because I call him and he calls me. You understand? Like, if we're in there, we're not in there. There's things that keep us on we're never too far apart.
On a daily as
well.
WhatsApp daily.
Yeah. We're never that
daily.
far apart.
But
you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, we keep that. It's not just we film the podcast and then we go and I'll see you in a week. We're locking in. You see what I'm saying?
We got
like,
WhatsApp for the group
there's
like,
group,
for all the
group
man.
WhatsApp. But these things weren't as prevalent or as thought of to be used as accessed as they were there. So I can understand how it would go that way. But anyway, back to what you're saying. So now you two are here. You're trying to get hold of him to say that this is the decision you've come to and this is where you're at. When did you eventually get to sit down with your boy and tell him? And how did that conversation go?
So I'm going to answer that, but I think you made such a good point, right? In terms of like being mature and understanding that space now and being sensitive to those dynamics. But I'm so like, but it doesn't have to be like that. Like, you know, now, like, even with my son and stuff, I'm like, yo, that can't happen with him and his friends.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
I'm like, I need to instill, like, he's free, but I'm
matter.
thinking, I'm all of that stuff. I'm like,
You have to forward think.
Yeah, like, you need to, like, your friends need to, like, chat to them. Like, oh, you don't like that? Then cool. Like, because how they react to that will also determine, well, then you shouldn't. Maybe you don't need to be friends right now. They're not mature enough. So, yeah, I think you're definitely right in terms of, like, maturity, but there's a part of me that's like, yeah, but that can't be the norm. The kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like this, like imagine like passionate 14, 15, 16-year-olds that are like pursuing their dreams and they can actually talk to their mates. Like, yeah, I didn't like that, you know. I didn't like when you did that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that, you know, I hate you or anything like that. Like, I love you, innit? But like, I weren't really feeling that, innit? And then they can reason like, actually, do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try better.
It's everything, bro.
Yeah.
But what you just said there echoes. I was telling you, I went to Cardiff City. They brought me up there to talk to the football team. Yeah.
That's big, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good look. And one of the things I said to them was that the comfortability to be close enough to take criticism from your teammate that might be beneficial to you.
Yeah.
Part of that could be in delivery and timing. You understand? There might be a time to say it. And you got to kind of know your guy to know how he will react to certain things. He's not going to react to you just screaming at him saying, oh, what is that? That's shit. You understand? There's ways and approaches, but that brotherhood, that camaraderie, that closeness to be able to give real and take real constructive input. I won't even call it criticism. Input is something that we all need to work on and develop. But like you said, and like we said, you lot were the first, bro. There is no blueprint. There is no blueprint to it. Posty called me once on something that he felt a kind of way on. And we had a good chat. I explained to him, no, it weren't like that. And he was like, no, this is how I saw that. And I said to him, I'm glad that you felt that you could call me to say this. And I'm glad that you did call me to say this. Because sometimes amongst people, and our people especially, miscommunication or lack of communication is the biggest problem for misunderstanding. And then it just continues and builds and builds and builds. And we're not into that. I'm very much for like, if you feel I've done something, let me know.
Chat about it.
Have a chat about it. We move. I check for the guys in this scene differently. You see what I'm saying to you? You, Posty, like, I check all the guys. Like, I check for you lot because you lot are all blocks in this thing that is going to filter down for everyone. Like, the generations after. Imagine all the kids looking at the things that's gone on and what's being created there. So, no, it's pure ratings, but I understand, bro. Like, I know that you get what he's saying, innit? Like, it's very
100%.
understandable. Like, it's a story as old as time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
You see
It's
what
a
I'm
good
saying
point,
to you?
yeah.
It's a story as old as time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get back to where you were at. So you've
mhm.
made the decision to go that direction. You've had
Yeah.
you're having a conversation with Posty.
Yeah, yeah.
You pin him down finally, pause,
Yeah.
and you're having this conversation. I know you're a man of God, but we have to still say pause there. I'm a man of God as well, but pause because that was mad.
Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah. And you speak to him.
Yeah.
What's that conversation like? How did it go?
Brief, maybe like 2-3 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. I was at someone's house. He came, pulled up. And
Did he have shades on and the roof's down? In my mind, he had shades on. Like he pulled up heavy.
Nah, but he had been out the night before.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that he had been out the night before.
Playboy P. You know?
Playboy.
Carry on.
But he works hard.
No. Listen, don't ever, because I'm running bants with him. Yeah, he runs bants with me as well. You know?
Yeah.
We have our little bants. Like he will ring me, but I see him, Posty, man, you rich, take the do-rag off. That's I say it to him every time I see him do-rag in. He'll be saying, he'll be like, he'll mess me the other day like, I know pound sterling, the real pound sterling, you owe me 4 favors. You understand what I'm saying? Little jokes. So I'm not, that's my guy. You understand? Let's go. He's going to say now, I see you put the disclaimer up. Yeah. But anyway, go on. That's what he was saying to me. Because I saw the disclaimer. That's what he was saying. But anyway, carry on. Carry on.
So, yeah, I got into his car and I said, yeah, like, I can't remember the exact words, but I remember my last words in the whatever I said was, yeah, I'm done. And he was like, okay, cool. He's like, so what are you going to do? Like, go back to that accounting. I was like, nah, I don't know, but yeah, and that was it. Then I got out of the car and then that was that. Literally. That's it.
So would you say that Posty didn't want you to leave? Even asking what he was gonna do now, was it him saying that right? Like, was he taken back by it, or was it just?
You know what? In the moment, I think, to be fair, I wasn't processing whether
You were in your...
do you know what I mean?
Your moment and how you were feeling.
I was like,
You had a bigger calling than...
you cry, you say, get out of here, it doesn't matter. When I look back and maybe processing what I know of him, I think he probably did care. Like, he did.
He cared.
Yeah,
He cared.
Yeah. But
100%.
I didn't see any of that.
Mm.
And I think it's like, yeah. And for me to even understand whether you care or not, I just need to see it. Like, I can't work out, oh, okay. If it's like, oh, okay, cool, then that's what I'm going to take. Do you know what I mean? But it's not, I wasn't looking for it. But in terms of trying to process or understand how he felt, in the moment, I feel, oh, okay, cool. Then, yeah, it's done. But when I look back, maybe internally, it's like, oh, okay, what are we going to do? Because I was doing so much. Like, we're both doing so much. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But then I think before, I probably told Matt and Phil, because it was just easier to pin down a meeting with them, innit? I feel like that's what happened. I really feel like that's what happened. But if not, yeah. And then, yeah, that was that. That was that, really.
And that was that. Okay. Right. So you've left. You've gone on your own personal mission. You're on your own personal journey, walking with faith. You're doing what you feel God wants from you.
Yeah.
What did that look like for the first year?
Bro, it looked like fear and not doing much. Because, like, I've always, and when I look back, I realize it's only maybe in the past 6 to 12 months, God told me what he was doing, right, in me in this whole time, right? At that time, like, I've always been confident and sure about what I'm doing. Like, I know what I'm doing. My track record speaks for itself. Like, in my head, school, everything is always, like, my life followed the blueprint of what you're supposed to do. Do well at school, get a good job. I always said to myself, from young, what do you want to do when you grow up? I didn't even know what I was saying. I always want to start. I want to start my own business. I want to start. I've always said that. Like, Puff Daddy was a thing. Like Puff Daddy, Dame Dash, like backstage DVD, Rockefeller did it. Like those are the people that I looked to. Like, yo. So my life has gone that way. Like literally. When I left, I was like, I've been so sure about everything that I've been doing, and it's worked. So you're telling me, I felt like God was telling me, you've gone the wrong way. So I'm like, so then how can I be sure about anything? Like, this wasn't what I consciously thought, but subconsciously I was like, oh, if I'm too sure about something, I might miss God. So I remember I was like, oh, I'm going to do these talks. Like TED Talks were big at the time. So I was like, I'm going to do TED Talks for our culture. Funnily enough, I do a similar thing now anyway, but in like film and TV and stuff. But I was like, cool, I'm going to do it for our culture. And I remember I like called up the people, amazing guests, kind of viewed the space. And then I wasn't sure. I was like, that confidence thing again of like, oh, wait, am I going the right way? Am I going the wrong? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too sure of myself. I don't want to miss God again. So it's like I would take one step forward and maybe 1 or 2 steps back. So I'm going in limbo. At the time, I was engaged or married. I can't remember the exact time and stuff, but like it was just peak, bruv. Like, I'd remember like she'd go to work and stuff, and then I'm sitting in the house like, okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. So then I'd start doing it. I'd speak to someone, and they'd be like, yeah, cool. So I want to work with you, and then I'd be like, I don't know what their character's like. I don't think I trust them. Okay, cool. Then I wouldn't do it. So it was loads of that. Like, when I think about it, it was very
Work with them on what though? What was the?
So there was one guy that I knew when I was doing stuff at GRM, and he was doing like brand stuff. He did some stuff with Sony with us, and we got on, and I think I was just talking to him about probably like more brand stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, like let's do that. Let's do that together. Like I want to work with you." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then I was like, oh, I don't know what his character's like. So then like bare hesitation and procrastination, hesitation, they're crippling, man, crippling. So I like do something and then not do it. And then I think, you know, sometimes she'd come back and I think, wait, what have I done for the day? Kind of.
She's thinking that too.
Yeah.
You know, women. It's natural. It's natural.
She might not say nothing, but
She
she's
might not
watching.
say, she's thinking the same.
You know the
She's not, because not every, when you're making certain personal endeavors, it's personal.
Yeah.
So it's no guarantee, even if it's your wife, that they're gonna fully understand what you're doing. It can be a lot. Greatness and certain and definitely moves of faith are lonely pursuits. They're lonely pursuits. It can put you, sometimes you'll be putting like, you'll be in almost solitude. You'll be by yourself. You might feel alone because that might be what God wants for you to be alone, for you to have to work this out and to get it right. So I hear you.
Bro,
all right, go on.
Literally, that's where I was. Like, you encapsulated it so well on my own, bro. Like, because even in, anyways, yeah. So yeah, and I remember one time called up this company. It's like, yeah, cool. Proposing like something branding or something, doing some marketing for them. Cool. Agreed a grand. Cool. I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then, but there wasn't that impetus of like, you know what I was saying about to keep the thing going, to keep GRM going, had to keep making calls.
Yes.
That's something that obviously I know now. It's like, yo, you want something big to happen, then go and do big stuff in it.
Yes.
So when I think about that call that I made, and then I made some money, that was so easy and so nice that I should have just ran with that. But hesitation again, hesitation. And I remember it got to the point where like I had to get a job. It was just too much. And that was fine. Like I remember at the time, one of the pastors was like, yo, so you can't hold everything up. Got you. Because if I had really pursued it, then stuff would have happened. But I was hesitating, so it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, need to get a job. Bro, I couldn't get no job. And my background, like I had 2 CVs, one for marketing and one for finance. My finance background at the time was really good. In my degree, I was technically part qualified as an accountant. But the work that I was doing was like fully qualified work, like handling huge budgets. So my accounting CV was great. I couldn't get like a bookkeeping job. You know, like here are the transactions, just putting basic stuff in there. Couldn't get nothing. Digital marketing CV, them times, I think it was still emerging. So I'm thinking, cool, done GRM. Nothing. Not getting no work, nothing. And then I got a job with a company called Fully Focused, right? Well, before that, I was doing bits here and there, like doing little projects here and there. And one of the projects that I did was a project that I'm still doing now, called Your Cinema, where there was a company giving away funding to get people into the cinema. So did the proposal, all of that stuff. And then I made this project and we partnered with View Cinema, etc., etc. And it was basically like showing films about our culture and having like people come down. And it was amazing. So I remember doing the project and I thought, because I was just thinking about the money that they gave to do the project. So I remember I did the project and I thought that I did the project for them, so they owned it. And they were like, nah, like we just gave you the money to just get people into the cinema. So however you've done that is yours. So I'm like, cool. And I remember at the time there was a church I was going to and there was a word that came that was like the way to your, essentially I'll encapsulate it, was like the way to your future. There's a small door that you're not even gonna notice, but it's that small door. So cool. Anyways, the fact that I even remember it was definitely embedded in my spirit. So I'm thinking, cool, I've done this Your Cinema project, and then they were like, it's yours. So I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'll do it again because they're giving out funding for it. So kept doing it, and then it built into like its own thing. So I'm like, cool, but that's money here and there. So money's coming in, but it's still not covering stuff. So then I had to get a job. So then the job that I got was with a company called Fully Focused, right? And I didn't know what this company did. I just saw them on Twitter and they were looking for a youth participation officer. Didn't really know what that was. But I'm like, young people, I know young people. I can work with young people. I've made a platform that speaks to young people every day. Cool. Applied. They gave me the job. It wasn't much money. But when I went there, with what I was building with Your Cinema, I remember being in there and I was like, this company is doing exactly what I want to do. I'm sitting there, I was like, God, I couldn't get any other job but here. Okay, cool. So like, cool, okay, all right, you're doing something. And amazing company, right? But they had 2 parts. Amazing company. One part was the content, and then one part was looking after young people. So, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, while all this is going on, you didn't think to yourself, boy, I got that company up the road that I started off to do in real world. I might just have to go and spin the block and pull up. I didn't cross your mind. Boy, I'm not going to lie.
No, do you know what? It did. And I remember, I think we had a conversation, but it just didn't make sense.
It still didn't, it didn't fit for you.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. And
was
I
that
think,
what you wanted, or did the missus say to you, better ring boasty, you know, like the girl?
Yeah.
nah, you see them times, like hard-headed isn't the word, but if I have a conviction, I'm running, like I'll jump out of the plane, no parachute. If God told me there's a parachute coming, like we're doing it. And I'll deal with the bumps and bruises later, kind of thing. I'm definitely more calculated now, but at the heart of it, if I need to, I'm not afraid of consequences like that too much. But yeah, going back, it weren't really, it wouldn't have been a fit. So I'm at Fully Focused now, and they're doing content and stuff that I'd love to do. And then they've got young people that they help get into the industry, right? But I'm looking after them. So my role, I'm not doing no content. I'm there watching all the stuff happen, but I'm speaking with the young people, seeing how they're doing, what issues they're having, And that was amazing for me because I didn't know what safeguarding was. So as soon as I got that job, first course they put me on was like this NSPCC thing, talking about safeguarding. And I was like, oh my days. Because the kind of person I am, I'm cool with everyone. Young people, especially young people that are having issues, I would have been like, nah, do you know what? No, you can talk to me, here's my number, like call me if there's any issues. The first thing I learned, listen, you don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I was like, oh my days. Because I would have done that. And there's a lot of the young people that Fully Focused help, they're going through stuff and all of that. So I remember, but whilst this is happening, I'm doing your cinema. So we're filming interviews, kind of like the GRM flex. I'm like, all right, cool. Filming interviews with like up and coming actors and doing all that same stuff, to the point that Fully Focused are having meetings with some people that I know and I'm filming with. So I'm there in the corner, and then they come in to have a meeting about content. They're like, yo, what's going on? Like, yeah. And then I've just, gone to the toilet conveniently or whatever. But I think those times were really humbling because it's like no money.
You have to be, it's necessary, bro.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
I believe that at times on my own personal journey, like I had to be broken down. I had to be broken down for me to for me to like come back a certain kind of way with the right kind of mindset.
God has to remove some shit. You get what I'm saying?
Everything got removed, bruv.
Yeah, literally.
Everything.
Literally. So, all right. When I first spoke to you about, because me and P talk all the time, like every week. But when I spoke to you about, it's weird because we were speaking all the time, and I never thought to say to P, why don't you come and do the podcast? You're the founder of GRM Daily. Yeah. Then one day I was like, you need to come and do the podcast. You're the founder of GRM Daily. You're on post, you're original, like your stories must be heard. And P was like, I'm not sure. And I said, no, you don't understand. I don't want anything salacious. Yeah. I don't want anything problematic. You to me are like the embodiment of what the podcast represents. Yeah. As far as there's more to life than money. You can find happiness in other spaces. Faith above finance, and so on and so forth. Because one thing with P that I know is, and what I know is that I never get any bitterness from you. I never get any never get any what's going on over there? Because GRM is now a massive, huge M's.
Yeah.
Let's just put it how it is.
Yeah.
I don't put man's business out there in the street. But it's all right, because I post roads with big security everywhere it goes, man. You know how it goes. You're at the garden, there's tree, wham off dons. You can't, and if anyone troubles him, everyone will ride out. But M's,
Yeah.
You've walked away from that situation, and you still have a smile on your face daily. I don't get any resentment from you. You speak. Even when you spoke of Posty, there, I can sense like the love. I can listen. I've got brothers that I won't see often.
Yeah.
They're my guys though. I love
Yeah.
them, bro, with a passion. You understand? Because what we've been through, only we know what we've been through and what we've done. So I don't have to speak to you every day. I wish you all the best and so on and so forth. And I mean it. And if you needed me if we picked up the phone now, we'd probably start laughing straight away because we've been through so much together.
Yeah.
But that's what I get from you. I've never got the Breaking Bad, like
But
Walt was always very vexed at Elliot and Gretchen.
Yeah. But it's respectful.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Nah, I started watching
you understand it when you
but I
see
get
it.
it because it's very respectful. Like you're not here sitting from a place of bitterness or like red or anger or nothing. Like you're telling your story and you're telling it from a very honest way, and it's like, you know what I'm saying?
So how have you met? Because there's going to be people that are looking and saying, well, how can he be calm though, man? The company's worth M's. He chose to go his own separate ways. How can you be calm? Tell the people for your own personal self, like why you're at ease and how you feel about that company that you founded, seeing what it's become. How do you feel about that whole thing?
It's a good point. I think this is a great analogy. So, Lewis Hamilton, right? He must be worth like hundreds of mils or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone here jealous of Lewis Hamilton? Because we don't want to be race car drivers. I can't.
Man, they want to be rich though.
But
the man then will be saying, boy, I don't want to drive, but the man they want the bread. Callum definitely wants Lewis Hamilton bread.
Yeah. but when you
Lewis is top on
no, Logsy. What's he got?
Lewis is top.
But the thing is, your instinct, the instinctual answer is like, if I'm talking about a podcast now, right? And to be fair, you guys, you're not like that. So you're not going to be like, oh yeah, nah, Breakfast Club, Drink Champs, whatever. But someone else might be, because it's like, yo, you're in the same space. This is competition. I'm just not in that space. I don't have a desire to be in that space. So Lewis Hamilton for me is like such a great example that like, I don't want to be a race car driver.
It wasn't your calling.
Yeah.
It wasn't your calling. And you recognize that.
Yeah.
It wasn't your calling. But you're happy for your guy to see what he's doing.
Like, so one thing I will say though, right, is that when I first left and things were rising, there was a lot of insecurity. But not a lot, but like, I remember I had to unfollow the page because in my procrastination and like hesitation, it wasn't that I wanted that, but it was a reflection of, for me, I was like, oh, I'm not doing, it reinforced that I'm not doing what I should be doing kind of thing. But in terms of wanting that, I don't want it. So yeah, that's it. Like, it's very simple for me that like.
I feel like you made peace. You know, like when you make a decision, that if you say, oh, you know what, I'm done with something. Kind of make peace with it in your head because it's your decision.
How long ago did you make peace? Was you at peace from you got out of that car with Posty?
100. I was at peace before.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it all. All right.
Because I weren't nervous in saying it. It's like that decision got made when I went to seek God. Everything else was just the fallout of there's nothing anyone can say. There's no, if you start crying in front of me now, I'm not changing my mind. If you start going off and I'm not being like, oh, sorry. It's the same. So in terms of that, yeah, that's
all right. I'm glad we got that clear. This has been a great conversation, P. We're going to bring it to a close. Before we do, and before I want to just talk about what we've got coming, the project that's coming.
Okay, yeah.
Talk to them about your project. Wholesome, talk about it, P. Let the people them know briefly about that, what to look out for.
Okay, so I guess Wholesome. Do you know what? I was thinking about it today, and the thing that came to me was like the deep cuts on the album. You know, like I think there was a Jay-Z documentary, right, where I think it was Biggs was saying that like Jay-Z wouldn't really talk about how he was feeling. So you wouldn't know what's going on with him until he recorded his albums. And then he'd say something and you're like, oh, whoa. Like, oh, I didn't know you were going through that. And one of the lines that came to me today is not something that Big said, but I remember Jay-Z said something about his nephew died in a car that he bought for him. And it's like, that's real life.
Facts.
You get me? So with Wholesome, our project, our platform, it's just like really a space for artists to really be themselves, innit?
Yes.
Because, you know, everyone's talking about whatever they're talking about and that's whatever they want to do. But even whoever's doing that, there's also another side, innit? Yeah. So if you're like, I don't know, rapper name 100, when you go to your grandma's house, you're Gary. Like, we want to hear from Gary, innit? Like, you spoke about you done X, Y, and Z, but you got PTSD from that because you can't go to the shop by yourself. And understandably, because...
And we want to hear about the ABC that was at the beginning.
Yes.
Before you got to the XYZ.
There we go.
And got PTSD.
Yeah, come on. You're coming, so you're going to do a performance on the platform as well, yeah?
I'm not. I'm just behind the scenes.
So, yeah, like literally, it's just a space. It's a space for that, a space for the truth. It's not like one of them super conscious, like the beads and the, like, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be that. It's whoever, because the truth, everyone has real life happening to them. Yep. So it's literally a space for like just the truth.
Yeah. So that's a freestyle platform for those that didn't read between. It's a freestyle platform that's coming. P spoke to me about, and it's something that we're going to be putting together. It's coming soon. It's a good look. I've heard some of them. Incredible work. Look out for season 1 of that. It's coming soon.
Yes.
But yeah, other than that, P, thank you for coming through today.
Thank you for having me.
It was great to hear your story. You've been a great help to me over the years. I'm glad when we reconnected, because I was championing you in here long before you contacted me out of the blue. And I was happy when you contacted me. You understand? Because some things are just supposed to be. It's God's work, you understand? So as we end, we started in prayer. We'll close in prayer. I'll lead the prayer. I'll lead us out in prayer. I'd just like to say, Lord, thank you for bringing us together today for this podcast and for the truth that's been spoken. I hope we can be inspiration to people. I pray for the people in this room that we stay protected and blessed. I pray for our subscribers. I pray for those that aren't subscribed. I pray for all people on earth that better times will come. Hard times do happen, but good times are always not far away when you believe and you keep the faith. We're just vessels. Doug and I just speak the word that you give us. We're walking in the footsteps that you provide, and we will keep doing so. And we try to lead with an example that is in your name and will make you proud. We pray for people of all faiths because we want good for all people. Winners Talking Podcast. Amen.
Amen. Come on.
Come on.
Let's go.
Big up.
Stat.
Script.
There you go.
Come on.